Viewer warning, it's pretty weird.
He said when people are waiting for relief, I got them $1.9 trillion relief so far. They're going to be getting checks in the mail that are consequential this week for child care. Just remind them, I wrote the bill on the environment. Why would I not be for it? Pay them more. This is an employees bargaining chip now. What's happening?
So, Greg, I just imagine Joe Biden doing the whisper thing while
He's not known to be a persuasive guy. He doesn't speak in a clear and concise way. And he gets frustrated. So he has three tells. The first tell is, come on, man. And that's Joe giving up. Right. That's Joe knowing he can't convince you with an actual sentence. It's just, come on, man. And then the other tell is the anger. The finger, the wagging, and the flash of the temper. That's when he gets frustrated that he's not communicating. The third tell is the whisper. The whisper is Joe lowering his cadence, because he never does that, because he's very boring. He lowers his cadence and he comes down and he tries to reassure the audience that everything is okay. I have things under control.
Have you called Governor DeSantis? Have you called Governor DeSantis? Have you called Governor DeSantis in Florida?
Ammo unless they think a deer is wearing Kevlar.
We're not changing the Constitution. We're enforcing it.
The headlines of the president's multi-point plan are: arrest rogue firearms dealers, help former prisoners re-enter the community, and expand employment opportunities for young adults.
They help make sure young people pick up a paycheck instead of a pistol.
But critics argue criminals are emboldened by softer sentencing standards and bail reform.
The Biden 5-point plan will not address the rise in murder and vicious assaults in this country. We have a lack of prosecution, and we've declared war on the police, and that is backfiring on those who have done it.
Travel to El Paso, Texas on Friday.
That's even though the White House said 2 months ago.
Her focus is not on the border, it's on addressing the root causes in the Northern Triangle.
And even though the VP herself said 2 weeks ago.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making. I'm not discounting the importance of the border.
Texas lawmakers are
cognitively, and now he does whatever his far left mind wanders asks of him. True to form, they put Joe in a meeting today with a bunch of people he didn't seem to remember, and when Joey Sippy Cup tried to blame guns for the rising violence in America's inner cities, well, here's what happened.
Trace illegal gun sales back to a shady gun dealer and hold them accountable. Police Chief Murray of the Police Chief Murphy Paul of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, talked about Attorney General Rewald, New Jersey, and Mayor Daniela Levine Cava, Miami-Dade, talked about their efforts to lift up those kinds of community programs to reduce gun violence. They're accountable, and it is for people objecting and marching on the Capitol and saying, you are not allowing me to speak freely. You are not allowing me to do A, B, C, or D.
You'd think that the President of the United States would know there was no police officer killed at the riot. There was this...
Answer the first question? I'm laughing too. They actually, well, look, I mean, he has made clear that the answer is, I believe he has in the past essentially acknowledge that he was, there were certain things that he would do or did do. We get in trouble with my staff. Yeah, go ahead. I pretended you didn't answer you.
You have often said repeatedly that America is back.
Yes.
At the same time, you've kept in place some Trump-era steel and aluminum sanctions. And I wanted to ask you, when you're having these conversations with European allies who are very concerned about these sanctions, how do you justify that? And what are your plans?
120 days. Give me a break. Need time.
Push this week with, their shots didn't all hit, did they?
Well, like the vaccine in some cases. Look, the president explained the vaccine reluctance of African Americans and Hispanics this way, Laura.
There's a reason why it's been harder to get African Americans initially to get vaccinated. Because they used to being experimented on. The Tuskegee Airmen and others. It's awful hard as well to get Latinx vaccinated as well. Why?
What the fuck is a
They're worried that
Latinx?
they'll be vaccinated and deported.
Laura, there's so